Hello and welcome to Taser Travel. Today we're going to give you our 5 tips for traveling to Aruba. I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Melissa.
And today it's our 5 tips when you travel to Aruba. Our first tip is be sure to rent a car. Why do we want to rent a car?
Because you're not going to see anything if you don't have a car. You're going to be stuck in the same place the whole week. Yeah,
so your resort, I'm sure, is probably quite fabulous, but probably for the amount you'd spend on either taxis and tours, you could rent a car as well for pretty much the same price and explore the entire island. You can go to Baby Beach, you can go up to California Lighthouse, you can go to any of the restaurants you want. You're not necessarily confined just to the restaurants at your resort or within a short walking distance. So we definitely recommend renting a car.
And it's not difficult to drive there. It's very easy.
Super easy to rent a car. Number 2, and this one we actually learned kind of the hard way. Our first day driving around Aruba and checking out the sites, we didn't bother to check the cruise ship schedule to see what cruise ships were in port. Well, that was a bit of a mistake because there was a couple extremely large cruise ships, and I think actually one of them was Freedom of the Seas from Royal Caribbean. So that's an extremely large ship, not their largest, but one of their largest cruise ships. Several thousand passengers all on the island. We went to Alta Vista Chapel, and it was basically
everybody on the boat was at the chapel.
It seemed like everybody on the boat was at the chapel on an ATV. The parking lot was just completely filled with ATV tours. So we went to Baby Beach. Baby Beach was packed with people. It was just a much busier experience than we were used to when driving around the island and checking out the sites. So
check the schedule. Usually there's only 1 or 2 boats in for the entire week. Make that a day that you stay at your resort. Absolutely.
So definitely check the cruise ship schedules.
Yeah.
Number 3 is do not book an all-inclusive. So I'm sure there are many great all-inclusive options in Aruba, but Aruba is known for having some great restaurants. In fact, be sure to check out our restaurant video up above where we did a review of the restaurants that we visited while we were in Aruba. Lots of great restaurants. So if you're at an all-inclusive, you kind of have this feeling that I need to basically eat here, drink here, dine here, because I've already paid to be here. Whereas if you aren't on an all-inclusive plan, you can go out and explore. Lots of great restaurants.
And there's every budget. There's expensive, there's inexpensive, and everything in between. And there's a lot of authentic, because it is a Dutch island, there's a lot of Dutch food there. So, there's Dutch pancakes, there's lots of breakfast cafes, and you're not going to get that experience if you are tied to one place the whole week. Yeah. So get out and explore. And
yeah, so we definitely suggest there's a lot of great hotels in the low-rise and the high-rise area. Be sure to definitely check out your options, but we would not suggest booking an all-inclusive. So tip number 4, this one kind of plays off the last one a little bit, but be sure to eat some pofferties, some Dutch pancakes. Have some authentic Dutch cuisine. The pancakes that we had at the Pancake House were delicious, as were the pofferties. We even bought the pan, take them back and make some of our own.
It's good.
It's good. Okay, the 5th tip for going to Aruba. Do you want to talk about this one?
This one, it's a tip, but it's a surprise. If you're thinking about going to the Caribbean, the first thing you should think of is, what season do I want to go? Well, you don't want to go to the Caribbean in late August, September, and maybe early part of October, because that's hurricane season. You don't want to go somewhere that's going to be destroyed by a hurricane.
Or where your trip is impacted because your flight can't get there, or maybe you can't get home.
Travel problems.
Or you got 3 days wiped out. Maybe the hurricane didn't hit your island, but 3 days of it were messed up because it rained the whole time. And
if the prices are really cheap, it's because they're probably going to have a hurricane. And you're not going to be swimming. You're going to be stuck indoors in a hotel with no power. We've been there. We've done that.
But the benefit of Aruba is?
Aruba is just outside of the hurricane belt. They're about 17 miles from Venezuela.
Yeah, 17 miles from Venezuela.
So there's the ABC Islands. It's Aruba, Curacao, and Bonaire. if you travel to any of these 3 islands, more than likely you are not going to be impacted by a hurricane. They have trade winds that blow pretty much all year long. They have rain, but it's
pretty rare.
One side of the island.
It's an arid island, so it's pretty much arid desert island. You'll see driving around. You'll see lots of cacti and stuff as you drive around. So it's definitely a dry island. The weather is good all year, so you can definitely. So I guess the tip here is you can travel in what is considered off season, probably mid-spring, late April to the first part of June or late May, and then even from September into the early part of December, which is kind of their low season, but the weather is just as fantastic as if you were there in January, February, or March, or even in the summer when kids are off for spring break or when kids are off for school. Those are definitely the peak times to travel. So if you have the ability to travel in kind of the off season, definitely take advantage of it, because airline prices are much cheaper, hotel rates are much cheaper, so you can definitely save a lot of money traveling in the off season. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you want to see more videos like this with our travel tips and tricks, please be sure to subscribe and click that notification bell down below, and you'll be notified when we post new videos.
And if you'd like to find us on Facebook, we are located under the name of Taser Travel, and we give weekly travel tips and advice, and yeah.
We give weekly travel tips and advice.
We do.
And as always, remember, make your dreams reality.
Memories last a lifetime.
Take care. Bye for now.